After trying yoga for the first time with the lovely Rose, I've come to the conclusion that my ankle mobility is absolutely shit. So I'm going to make it my mission to improve this drastically, and here's what I'm going to do to improve it. Hello and welcome to a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, my name's Jordan Vasilio. I mainly create fitness, travel and self-development content. If this sounds like the channel for you, hit the subscribe button and I'll get into the rest of the video. Good ankle mobility serves as a linchpin for optimal physical performance and overall well-being. Acting as a crucial link in the kinetic chain, the ankle joint facilitates a wide array of movements essential for activities ranging from high-intensity sports to everyday tasks. Whether sprinting, jumping or simply walking, the mobility and stability of the ankles are fundamental in executing these actions efficiently. So think of the ankles as a foundation of a building. If strong and flexible, they support fluid movement patterns throughout the whole body, minimizing the risk of compensatory movement and injury. And on the other hand, restricted ankle mobility compromises movement mechanics, leading to instability and increased susceptibility to injury, ultimately hindering athletic performance and restricting everyday movement. Beyond athleticism, ankle mobility profoundly influences the quality of everyday movements and activities. From squatting to pick up objects to navigating uneven surfaces, the flexibility and range of motion of the ankles directly impact comfort, efficiency and injury prevention. So by prioritizing ankle mobility is essential for individuals across all levels of physical activity, from elite athletes aiming for peak performance to individuals seeking to maintain an active and pain-free lifestyle. By integrating targeted mobility exercises, focusing on proper biomechanics and implementing proactive injury prevention strategies, you can unlock the full potential of your ankles, enhancing physical performance and promoting long-term musculoskeletal health. So here are my 6 ankle mobility exercises and stretches that I'm currently using to improve my ankle mobility. And here they are. So my first exercise is the ankle internal rotations. I normally do this exercise lying down and I have my feet hanging off at the end of my bed. I will just show you what I mean with this step. I also do both feet at the same time. Slowly rotate your ankles inwards, moving your foot towards the midline of your body, focusing on the initial movement from the ankle joint itself rather than twisting your whole leg. Rotate your ankles inwards as far and as comfortably as possible without causing pain. You should feel a gentle stretch along the outer part of your ankle, and I carry on this motion all the way around for 60 seconds. So exercise number 2 is the external ankle rotation. So get in the same position, you'll be doing your internal ankle rotations. Slowly rotate your ankles outwards, moving your foot away from the midline of your body, focusing on the initial movement from the ankle joint itself rather than rotating your entire leg. Rotate your ankle outwards as far and as comfortably as possible without causing any pain. You should feel a gentle stretch along the inner part of your ankle, and I normally do this exercise for 60 seconds. Now that we've warmed up our ankles for 2 minutes, it's time to do the first stretch, and this is the deep squat hold stretch. Well, that's what I call it. To be honest, my ankle mobility is terrible. I cannot do this without holding on to something. So if you need to hold on to something for your balance, by all means, go for it. Begin by standing your feet shoulder width apart and toes slightly pointed outwards, and lower your body into a squat position by bending your knees and pushing your hips back. Keep your heels grounded on the floor as much as possible. I know this may be difficult, especially for me. Continue to lower your body until your hips are below your knees or as low as comfortably possible. Your thighs may be parallel to the floor or lower depending on your flexibility. Once you reach the deepest point of the squat, hold the position for 20 to 30 seconds. Focus on relaxing your muscles and allowing gravity to gently deepen the stretch. So the next exercise is a deep squat calf raises. So you want to get into the same position from the deep squat from the previous stretch. Once you've reached the deepest point of the squat, hold the position for a moment to ensure stability and proper form. From the deep squat position, rise up onto the balls of the feet by lifting your heels off the ground. Focus on contracting your calf muscles as you lift your heels as high as possible. Hold the raised position at the top of the movement for a second or two to maximize muscle engagement and control. Then finally, you want to lower your heels back down to the starting position, returning to the deep squat position. I normally go for as many reps as possible for 60 seconds. So my next stretch is a yoga pose, and it's called the Reclining Heroes pose. Begin in a kneeling position with your knees together and your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Your toes should be pointing straight back behind you. Slowly lower your buttocks back towards your feet, aiming to sit between your heels. Keep your feet and ankles in a relaxed, neutral position. As you sit back, you could choose to lower onto your forearms for support or maintain upright seated position, depending on your flexibility and comfort level. If you feel comfortable and flexible enough, you can continue to recline further back towards the floor, supporting your weight with your arms as needed. side. Your back should remain straight as you recline. Once you've reclined as far as it feels comfortable, allow your torso to relax onto the floor. You could extend your arms out to the side or rest them on your thighs, whichever feels most comfortable. If you're able to recline fully, extend your legs out straight in front of you, keeping them together and your feet flexed. This will deepen the stretch in your thighs and your knees. Close your eyes and focus on your breath as you hold the pose. Take slow breaths, allowing your bodies to relax and sink into the stretch. Hold the reclined hero pose for 30 seconds to a minute, or longer if it feels comfortable and beneficial for your body. My next exercise may be one which you're familiar with. That's the knee to wall dorsiflexion lunge test. It's a bit of a mouthful. Stand facing the wall with your feet hip width apart. Your toes should be 4 to 5 inches away from the base of the wall. Take a step back with one foot, approximately 12 to 18 inches behind the other foot. Keep the toes of the back foot pointed straight ahead and the heels lifted. Bend your front knee and your lower body into a lunge position. Your front knee should directly track over your toes, and your back knee should be straight or slightly bent. Slowly lean towards and try and touch your front knee to the wall without lifting the heel off the ground. Maintain a straight back and avoid arching or rounding your spine. Pay attention to how far your knee could travel towards the wall before your heel starts to lift or your front knee deviates from the alignment over your toes. This distance is an indicator of your ankle dorsiflexion range of motion. Ideally, your knee should be able to touch the wall without any discomfort. However, you want to hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds on either side. And my next exercise, all you need is a towel, and I call this the ankle towel pull. Find a comfortable spot where you can sit down. You could use a chair, a bench, or simply sit on the floor with your legs extended in front of you. If you're using a towel, fold it lengthwise to create a long strip. If you're using a resistance band, place it around the ball of your foot. With the towel or the band securely wrapped around your foot, extend your leg in front of you. Keep your knees straight and your toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Hold on to either ends of the towel or the loop bands with your hands. Gently pull on the towel or band to create tension, feeling a stretch in your calf and the back of your ankle. While maintaining tension on the towel or band, perform ankle movements by alternating between flexing and pointing your foot. Flex your foot to stretch the calf and Achilles tendon, then point your toes to stretch the front of your ankles. In addition to flexing and pointing, you could also rotate your foot in circles, further improving ankle mobility. Hold each position for a few seconds to feel a deep stretch in your ankles and calf muscles. So those are my ankle exercises and stretches. I also like to finish off with a minute of external rotations and a minute of external rotations just to really limber them up. I do this at the end of each day just before I go to bed. But that is everything what I've been doing to improve my ankle mobility. It's roughly a 10-minute routine if you do it all together, and hopefully this routine will help you improve your ankle mobility. But anyways, if you've made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate you. If you found this video beneficial, hit the thumbs up and drop a comment below. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm very active on that platform. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So until next time, peace. Yeah.